Just wanted to talk about this comment here and talk about what it can look like sometimes when you take off IntelliMesh or any kind of mesh integration. And that always really depends on what we've been dealing with underneath and whether that hair loss is progressive or if the client is on a growth, for me I call it a growth program. So the particular client that this lady is talking about has had treatment with chemo and that has caused her to lose her hair originally. She has gone through that treatment and she has a different kind of treatment now that doesn't make her lose her hair. What this means is that she used the system to grow her hair to a point where she felt a little bit more comfortable. We would have liked her to wear it a little bit longer because she wanted more length, but her hair was so thick and so healthy that it basically grew the system off. So even after like 2 weeks, the system was like raising away from the head because it was so healthy and thick underneath. So that's the thing about hair systems, is that you have to make sure that you are fully aware of what you're entering into and what it can actually do. So if you've got somebody who is wearing a system like the mesh integration and the hair's going to come back really thick and full, eventually the system is going to do more annoying than it is beneficial because it'll take more upkeep, it'll grow off quicker, they'll have to have more appointments, it'll not look as natural because it's thicker underneath. So systems work really well for people with finer hair or that are going to just grow it back maybe to like here. Once it gets past like here and you end up with quite thick full hair, it can be more time consuming for the client, and then we have to make a decision if we need to change to something else. That's one of the reasons why I started looking at creating something else, and that's the IntelliHalo, because that's a lot easier to manage in those situations. So for this client, her hair's super healthy underneath, and actually wearing the system became a hindrance because it was getting harder to clean her scalp because her hair was so thick. So she had the layer of closure, the mesh, and then a layer of her hair, and then her scalp. So it was becoming harder to take care of her scalp, and the scalp and natural hair is always the main priority. So that's why when we take it off, it looks so healthy and good, because she's on a growth projection and we know what their end goal is. So now then she changed over to hair extensions. We experimented with like the V-Light extensions, looked amazing but didn't last, so we moved away from that, and then we went into wefts and I-tips and just filled in her sides, and then that just kind of did its job for a little bit, and now she doesn't wear anything. I think her hair's about here and it's gorgeous and lovely and healthy, doesn't need anything. So yeah, that's why they can look very different. We also need to be really open and honest with clients if their hair is in a continuous shedding state or there's something else going on underneath, so that when you take the system off, you're not giving them a shock, so they're not forgetting what's going on underneath. The point of a system is that it allows the client to get on with their life, and it's an optical illusion and it lets them feel confident. But what we don't want to do is kind of give false hope and make clients think that when they take it off, things are going to be different underneath. And you need to be really open and honest with your stylist and with your client, and it's a relationship built on trust. I do have some clients where we take it off and the hair's changed underneath, and we have to have a discussion about whether it's still beneficial wearing a system and what we can do to make things better. And that's again just because I can have them open honest conversations, that we have successful systems and happy clients. All right, bye.